Okay, there's this news story from 3 days ago that is just like, I cannot believe people are this dumb. It's about Trump's tweet the other day, I guess since Elon Musk just unbanned him, that they were all just watching for him to make a crazy tweet that they could just jump on to. I mean, I'm not a Trump fan. I don't want Trump to even run. I don't want him to win or run. But something that's this fucking wrong, you feel like you should point out. I mean, I figured people would like notice that they made a mistake and it would go away on its own, but now it's just getting bigger and bigger. So here's, if you search for like Trump Constitution terminated, it's like Trump calls for the termination of the Constitution. The same with whatever that network is, CNN, Newsy, CBS Mornings, NBC. Oh, that's not it. That's something else. But anyway, who's this guy? Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel, Trevor Noah. They're all saying Trump calls to terminate the Constitution. If you actually look at the tweet, it's just like they read it wrong, and nobody's pointing this out. Here's the highlighted version. Trump says this. He's still thinking about the 2020 elections, which is dumb. But being that aside, he's going to say dumb shit. So, with the revelation of massive and widespread fraud and deception in working closely with big tech companies, the DNC and the Democrat Party, do you throw the presidential election results of 2020 out and declare the rightful winner, or do you have a new election? So he's talking about election fraud. He's saying that there was election fraud. Because context clues matter. If you don't know what context clues is, it means you can't just highlight termination of, like this one down here. Where was it? Somebody took it completely out of context. Where was it? It was right behind somebody. It was on a TV screen. Right here. Who's this guy? Look how they do ... the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. They got rid of the first part because the first part is what makes it make sense. A massive fraud of this type and magnitude, which Donald Trump is against. He's against the election fraud. The fraud of this type and magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution. So what is Trump saying here? Trump is saying election fraud. If you allow election fraud, then you're allowing for all rules to be broken. He's not saying we need to allow all rules to be broken. We need to terminate the Constitution. He's saying if you allow election fraud to go through and be the standard what happens, then you're allowing any kind of, the rules are just out the window. That's what he's saying. He's not saying, I want to get rid of the Constitution. How did they get that from that? It makes no sense. He's talking about election fraud all through the first part of it. And then at the end he says, if you allow election fraud, you might as well terminate the Constitution. He's not saying he wants that. He's saying you're doing that. What the fuck is this? It's completely ass backwards from what he said. And it's just like everybody's perpetuating it now. Everybody's just jumped on the football. And there's a big dog pile and everybody looks stupid. Except for me. So I can say through shit like that. Because I know how to read. I got all these books back here. Look, I read a lot. I know context. I hate to take up for Donald Trump. God damn, they were fucking stupid.